welcome to turning a moment into a movement.
This little light of mine, I'm gon' let it shine. I'm gon' let it shine. This little light of mine, this little light of mine, I'm gon' let it shine. This little light of mine, I'm gon' let it shine. I'm gon' let it shine. This little light of mine, I'm gon' let it shine. I'm gon' let it shine. Oh Lord, just let it shine. This light of mine, this light of mine. Oh Lord, would you please just let it shine. Take the drama out of my life. Oh Lord, every night, the pain ain't right. I wake up at night, I never sleep. 26, 10, and 7, that's just me. Every day I need a little seed. I need a little fresh air, man, I need to breathe. All I know is trauma, all I know is tickets. All I know is no visit. All I know is a mission to get straight up out of prison. Lord have mercy for me. Lord have mercy on my people. Preacher Mary Washington and all my real. Lord have mercy with my people. I pray to God, we really need you. When I was down bad, when things weren't going right, every time I prayed at night, I put my hands up in my face. I said, Lord have mercy, little light of mine. Lord God, please let it shine. It's the drama that I live in my life. I swear to God, I was a bad guy every night. 10 toes down, salute. Everybody suffering, everybody who trying to make a way. Everybody looking for the sky, everybody looking for that piece of pie. In a law library, I know what that feel like. Hoping that somebody get active and involved in your situation. Man, pop your collar and pray. Cause Lord have mercy on my soul. And they make bad guy father get out soon. And the rest of those brothers who be mobbing to child each morning. Oh man, I ain't going to this afternoon. Man, I'ma miss dinner today. I got a couple of noodles. You know what that feel like? Yeah, you know what it is. And if you a victim of a wrongful conviction, suffered and served by Ken Worthy, then I know that you know what that pain feel like. And your mama know what that pain feel like. Your father know what that pain feel like. With that light, let that little shine. Let that light shine, a little light of mine. Bad guy, doughboy weak, all these great people in this great world of ours. 10 toes down, salute. I appreciate you, bad guy. I appreciate you, weak. I appreciate the tech. I appreciate everybody in the studio. We gon' pop off that LV. Ooh-wee. Cause that's what they be liking to see. But I hope you hear the message when you see me fresh. Salute. Salute. You do good, brother?
Pittsfield Township in Washtenaw County sits Michigan's only women's prison, the Women's Huron Valley Correctional Facility. Please sit back and take this hard journey with us as we explore the stories of those who have been and are being violated with the horrid environmental conditions in the prison due to black mold. These survivors in the valley are brave and ready to fight back. So again, please take this journey with us. It's time for justice from the state-sanctioned death sentence of black mold. These women are still surviving the valley of death.
You know I walk through the valley, the shadow of death. I will fear no evil, for thou art with me. Thy rod and thy staff, they comfort me. It's been a long time coming. A long road that I'm running. from me. I done put that work in, they tryna play me like a dummy. It always be the ones you ain't think gon' switch on you. They ain't loyal, they ain't friends. They try to say what's mine, I still win.
The Valley of Death. Yes, this is the Valley of Death. But I want to talk to my sisters was here. I want to let y'all know what y'all are doing is great. We just want to say we love you. We thank you. We right here by y'all side. We uplift y'all. Just want to let y'all know y'all are doing the right thing. The right thing. Speak out and speak up for yourself. What they done to us and done to you, you can make a difference. You can make a change. You matter. So I want you, when you tell your story, I want you to tell every goddamn thing that they done to you. Don't be afraid. Don't let no one scare you. Tell everything while you got a chance to. We are listening. We are right here. Everything that y'all see, not only what they did to you, what they done to everyone in here, all the ladies that lost their life, our sisters that we grew with. Some of y'all knew them longer than me. They family. Now we do not have them no more. Could have been saved, asking for help, can't breathe, needed a breathing treatment. One taken serious, and now they gone. So we have the power, and our voice can stand and make a change for all of us. They looking down at us. We will get justice for them, for us, for all of us. So my ladies, my sisters, I'm so proud of you. I thank you so much. Oh my God, and I know it's hard because a lot of y'all been through a lot, and a lot of y'all still going through a lot due to this place. But we will get through this together. We will rise together. We will heal together as sisters. We are queens. No matter what no one tell us, no matter what no one say to us, no matter what they done to us, we will get justice. And we will fight for all of us. And we will stand together. I'm so proud of you, ladies. I miss y'all so much. I love y'all so much. I said I wasn't going to do this, but I get emotional because a lot of y'all know my story and know what I've been through and know what I'm going through. So I'm just asking that everything, what they doing now, what they have done, and you think it, do not leave anything out. Tell it all. Speak, my queen. Speak. Tell your truth. Tell your story. People do care. People is listening. And this is just, right now, we will make a change. We will help. So I just wanted to tell y'all, this is your sister, Crystal. I love y'all, and I guess I'm rooting for y'all, and just praying that we can make a change. Can't wait to hear y'all voice. Can't wait till the world hear y'all voice. WHB, we got one thing to say to you. We are coming for you. All of you. All of you that knows and played a part. We want y'all to know that we matter. We standing together. We will bring you all down, no matter what. We will not stop fighting. So I'm going to tell y'all like this. Crystal Denise Clark, you took my freedom, but you didn't take my voice. You can't take my voice. You try to take my rights, but I would not let you. So I'm telling you, my sisters and my queens, we here to let them know we got rights and we matter and our voice matter. So use your power to speak for you and all of us. May God bless you all. I love you so much. I'm rooting for you. I'm standing with you. And know that this will be over soon. We got God by our side, and we keep faith and trust in Him at all times. We don't care what man say. We care what God say. And in the end, what I got to say, all that could have did something, that know about it, that didn't do nothing, you will answer to God. You will bow to God. So we're going to rise. We're going to rise. We will rise. We will make a change. So, my ladies, my sisters, I love y'all so much. I'm not going to be long. I miss y'all so much. Oh man, let's do it. I got faith in y'all. You can do this. You deserve this. You deserve for somebody to know and that is taking the time out and willing to listen and want to help. This is your chance to tell your story. Because when we was in here, we didn't mean nothing. We didn't matter to them. To them, we didn't. But what they didn't know, we mattered to God. And now this is your chance. So I love you and thank you all so much. I'm praying for you all. May God bless you all. All righty.
Um, Sorry. My name is Michelle Pearson. I was the first 17-year-old to be sentenced to life without parole at Huron Valley Women's Facility. I served 34 years, 5 months, and 2 weeks short of 35 years. During my time there, I observed a lot, and I endured a lot. I am the reason that the mold has been brought to the surface. I endured scarring on my body. I still endure itching and outbreaks from it. My liver was enlarged because of the mold infection. I have numbness in my foot because of it. It's horrible in there, to say the least. Being a child growing in there is beyond inhumane. I knew Crystal when she came in, and that's why I'm emotional. Beautiful young girl, beautiful personality, beautiful spirit. And to see her and hear her like she is now is heartbreaking. It breaks your soul. I met her kids and I held her son as he broke down in my arms. So I know the pain that her family is enduring. I commend y'all for being here. I commend y'all for hearing us, but don't just hear us. We want you to help us as a family, as her friends, as people that have walked in her shoes. We need you to save her life. My godmother, Teresa Dunlap, did 40-something years. We fought. to get her home. Never smoked a day in her life. She ended up with cancer. While getting her chemo, she had mold in her port, which literally killed her. My friend Kim Lundgren Green also died from the mold exposure, which turned into MRSA in her bloodstream. There are women in there right now inhaling this mold. They're inhaling the asbestos. There are 3 molds in that prison. It was condemned right after I was confined in there and deemed unsuitable for people to live in. They transferred us from 3 different prisons to only put us back there, stating it was under construction. That is a lie. It is a lie. We have reached out to state representatives only to have their clerks hang up in our faces or never respond or be more concerned about sports and what's going on in society instead of women that are dying. I plead with you with a prayerful heart as someone that has lost loved ones in there, someone that has a loved one in there, and someone that has served time in there. Don't just listen and hear us. We need you to step up, stand up, and help us fight this fight and save this young lady's life. If you don't do it for her, do it for her babies that need her.
Okay, yeah, I was criticizing healthcare in there. They are a for-profit healthcare company, and they're not even from Michigan. They're from Tennessee. And there was so many lawsuits, but so many get dismissed due to technicalities. People in prison don't understand all the loopholes there is in lawsuits. They were viable lawsuits, but they were dismissed on technicalities. And now Horizon is filing bankruptcy because of this mold lawsuit that they got going. I don't think they should be allowed to file bankruptcy. They created this problem and now they're just going to run and hide. We need to get healthcare in this facility that isn't a for-profit organization. These women need help. They need actual medical treatment. When I was in there, I suffered injuries. My first year in there, I was given a direct order to help an inmate having a seizure, and it completely tore my left rotator cuff. Healthcare wasn't doing nothing about it. I had a broken arm in there. It took 2 weeks. I finally called my mom. They did an x-ray and my arm was broken. It was too late to do anything. When I got out, because of all the pain I had in my lower back and my abdomen, it was found I had gallstones that were protruding my gallbladder, so that had to come out. In the meantime, I'm battling pain from my back from an 8mm kidney stone that grew over a period of time, but they wouldn't treat it. So my kidney stone ended up ripping through my kidney and lodging in my bladder, and I had to have surgery for that. This is all, and then I had to have a shoulder surgery on my right arm for lack of care on my left arm. This is all treatment that should have been treated, but healthcare treats inmates as though they're drug seeking. They don't want to give pain meds, but if you don't want to give pain meds, then you got to fix the problem. These women that are suffering in there with no help, no hope, I mean, it's inhumane. People in third world countries get better treatment. And these women have families. They're going back to their families. They're coming back out into the communities. And you know what? Most of them are ending up on disability because of their stay in the facility. I myself am on disability. I'm trying to go back to work, but they make it hard. You go back to work, they want to take your disability, so you can't make your bills. The re-entry programs that they give you when you leave, they're all obsolete. I was calling numbers that were already given to individuals. They were non-existent for years. All the information they give you is wrong, outdated. But yeah, I think that the main issue I want to bring up is the health care for these women. And Crystal Clark, I'll tell you what, her from what I just seen on the screen, her condition is deteriorating fast. She looks awful compared to what she looked like when she first came in. The drooping in her face, she didn't have that before. I've been out for 7 years, so this just happened within the 7 years that I've been out. Her health has deteriorated significantly from lack of health care. And I talk to people and it's easy for them to say, oh, they exaggerate, they just want care, they just want attention. No, that's not the fact. They need the care, they need this attention. Crystal Clark is literally dying from this mold. And if something ain't done, she's gonna die, and it's gonna be on the Michigan Department of Corrections. The state is fully responsible for them inmates. And they wanna pass the buck to these out-of-state companies. No, the bottom line is you sentence these women to a facility that is condemned, that has no viable healthcare system. And that's one of the main needs they need in there is healthcare. And the food is probably causing a lot of the health issues. The mold is the biggest thing. You know, like Michelle was saying, that place has been condemned for many, many years. The only reason they can house women there is because it's under construction. It's been under construction for 15, 20 years now, and nothing is fixed. The mold has just grown. And the only time they clean it up is when we have state representatives or somebody Lansing coming through the facility. Then they break out the bleach and the paint and everything else, and everything is covered up. Within a week, the mold is back. The standing water in the showers is back. The septic backing up is back. These are all serious health concerns, and I think the public needs to be aware of it so that they know where their tax dollars ain't going. And I think I said enough. I'll let somebody else speak now.
Okay, I was housed in Huron Valley. I got sick in there. They said it was dry eye for probably about a year. I was dizzy. Then I got into the wheelchair. Then I noticed I couldn't smell, and my eye turned yellow. I was in Fillmore at that time, and it had opened, but they were saying it was dry eye. And I kited and I filed grievances. And they finally sent me to the hospital a year, and my cornea had opened. Then, probably roughly about around that time or a little after, they put me in the infirmary, I believe it's called. And then I kept on going. Then I still got health issues out here, and I still go to the University of Michigan, and now they found something on my lungs. But they would ignore me. I would kite, and they would just say it was dry eye, like nothing was wrong. And I just felt like, who do I talk to? I tried to reach out to people while I was locked up, and I didn't know who to speak to. And now I know what's going on. And I was allergic to mold before I went to prison. And I was also housed in 8 and 10 man cells. And then in the old child hall, they made into where they house women. And I remember leeches coming off that water. But now they found something on my lungs, and now I got to continuously struggle with this mentally and my health. Just I was never like this before I went to prison.
Miss Rebecca, what is the current state of your what you're going through with your sight?
They took my eye out in January. I lost sight.
We are just our
And
hearts.
I asked,
Yeah.
sorry, I had asked for my medical records from there, everything, but everybody seems to ignore me.
Yes, we will put you in touch with state rep.
They had took this out. So after all these years, struggling with that, and yeah, and now I'm getting infections regularly now, continuously.
Rebecca, Commissioner Sanders wanted to know, are you eligible, entitled to disability due to the loss of your eye?
Yes, but I used to work and I enjoyed working, but now this disability, it don't even cover, rent nowadays. So it affected that too. But yes, I got disability.
Is
But I was more dependent before I got sick. So, it's a whole life changing, you know.
Commissioner Sanders says, what about rehabilitation support?
I got some family help. There's resources like Underground Railroad and things like that that help. Um, that's about it. But I still gotta like depend, and now I'm visually impaired, so it's like it's hard. And I'm raising my 16-year-old. I was never like this before, so it's limitations what I can do on driving or walking or even being in the sun affected me bad. Night vision, everything.
Thank you so much, Miss Rebecca, for sharing this with us, and our heart goes out to you.
Thank you. I'm happy I can speak to somebody now.
I don't know where to start. Healthcare, like she said before, sometimes you would just give up kiting. They would almost gaslight you into thinking that there was nothing wrong with you. Oh man, I think I went 8 months with acid coming out of my nose at midnight every night before I finally got just something on my itinerary saying, you got to go see a nurse, but you don't know why. So I get in and I sit down and I say, please say this is about my heartburn. No, but we can talk about it. Of course, they just wanted to take my blood. They constantly want to take your blood. They will call you in 5 times a year to take your blood, but they won't call you in that one time a year for them 15 kites that you've sent. But the mold issue is really why I am here also to help, is because I remember when I first got there in 2019, I did 3.5 years from 2019 to 2022. And so I remember standing in 3 Block, and I hadn't been there long, and they brought out these new cleaning products for the mold, and they're explaining to us about the mold, and I can hear the girls whispering amongst themselves about, some people didn't really care about us, and I am gonna go through this for these cleaning products. And in my mind, being a former manager of a service master business, I'm like, why are we cleaning mold? First of all, why are we doing this? My son's sister's mother died of a lung infection of mold. And I'm shocked standing there. And that's like kind of when it really set in. Like I wasn't afraid of the people around me. I was afraid of where I was housed. I'm like, you're killing us. Like, you're killing us now. Like, and then I remember when I worked in the chow hall and the girls coming in with the buckets of paint and going and, sanitation, going and scrubbing the walls and everybody going and painting over the mold. And then the next year when it came back. But what I remember most is walking to the chow hall. I had a long walk. I spent a lot of time in Harrison. So it's kind of a long walk, but the food, and so it made me kind of heavy. But by the end of the walk, getting there, I'd always look at my friend and I'd be, oh my gosh, Jen, I can't breathe. And I'd stand there and I'd breathe for a minute, and just every day from chow hall, and I kept saying, boy, Jen, it's got to be because I'm getting to be a chunky monkey. So then after I get out, I get back up here. I live in the Upper Peninsula. I always would tell you guys about all the snow. So I'm shoveling my porch. And it didn't matter that I had been gone for 3.5 years. Shoveling this amount of a porch should not have made me come in the house and have to lay down. I couldn't breathe. I could feel my feet were tingling. I was losing oxygen so bad. So I told my mom, I said, I need to get a doctor's appointment. I need a doctor. I said, this isn't just, I'm not just fat, Mom. There's something else wrong. So I'm sorry, this is really hard. So, and I did smoke before, but not a lot. So I went to the doctor and they sent me out for x-rays and did things, and they called me in, and at 37, I was diagnosed with COPD emphysema. And I know it's from the mold. I don't know how many years that took off my life, but my boyfriend said I said it best the other day. I did my crime and I did my time, but I did not deserve the life sentence that I got from the negligence of the state to protect us. Yeah, we know what we did. We know why we were there. Everybody knows. But that does not mean that we deserve to sit in a death trap and fear for our lives every day, and then to come home to this. Now, every day, every morning, there's this. And God forbid, if I'm having a really good time and I start laughing too hard, then I also, again, cannot breathe. And I'm just here because, I want something to happen to everybody. Get them out. Just please get them out. Don't even give me anything. I don't even care. Just get them out before they end up like me. And if I keep going, I'm going to keep going. So I'm done, I promise. Thank you for your time.
Trish said, I'm Anita Posey. I've been home since 2012. I arrived at Scott's in 97. I didn't get to the Valley until they closed down Western Wayne. And I believe that was 2005, the end of 2005. Spent 2 years there, and that's when we saw the beginning of the mold problems. We start seeing the darkness in the showers. And I was sent back to Scott's for a couple of years, and then I came back in 2008, and it had gotten so much worse in just 2 years. Now, I don't believe I have any issues from it, because like I said, I left in 2012, but we brought this up to the warden. We wrote the health department. We asked for special cleaning because, we didn't know about cleaning mold, but they were out here with the internet and could contact vendors, but they didn't bring anybody in to do anything. I know there are professional mold people to take care of this. They were giving us extra bleach. They gave us a mask, gloves. But we didn't know what we were doing, even if we got training. That was not something that we were supposed to be doing. That's supposed to be done by experts that are thoroughly trained in this and certified. You can go back, you can do a FOIA request for Warden's Forum minutes. And or you can specifically ask for those times that mold was mentioned in those meetings. I'm sure you could probably get the minutes for all meetings if you wanted to. But I believe the mold became an issue with the warden maybe around 2010 through 2012 when I left. Healthcare, you're absolutely right. It's no good. And what I heard from one of the staff is that the nurses, doctors, all the people that work in healthcare are people that couldn't make it out here. They made a mistake, or they did something wrong, or they just didn't perform up to standards. And that's why they went to MDOC. So we have subpar staff in healthcare. From dentistry to gynecology. Now, fortunately, I've never been in the infirmary, but I heard that they treat you like trash back there. That's why so many people did not want to go. Besides the malfeasance and malpractice concerning our health, our mental health was also attacked or neglected. You know, there are some people that work there that have power control issues, or someone has power over them at home. I don't know what their problem is, but to come into that job and spend 8 hours a day with the same people day after day, year after year, for them to be allowed to psychologically abuse you is totally wrong. I was a battered woman and took my abuser's life. That's why I was there. I didn't need nobody else trying to abuse me and control me. It took some adjusting when I came there. But thank God I had good family support. And I was 40 years old when I got locked up. So I wasn't a kid. I'd already had a career with the state, 20 years, and had a home, raised my children, one child to go to college, and I was just starting with another one. But fortunately, I didn't have that much to learn and adjust to coming back out to society. The only thing I had to learn and adjust to was technology. And thank God I've done very well on that. I currently work at the Homeless Action Network of Detroit, which is the lead agency over all the homeless shelters and service agencies in Detroit, Hamtramck, and Highland Park. So I'm still in the human services business, and seeing what the homeless have to deal with reminds me so much of what we had to deal with in prison. Now, as I said, fortunately, I didn't have, knock on wood, any effects from the mold. I thank God for that. But psychologically, it tore me down in certain areas, but then it made me tougher, stronger, a little numb to certain things, because I know what certain treatment will do to you psychologically, and that will affect your physical health. As you said, I think, Tracy, that they should not have been at Huron Valley at all. You know, they removed the women in the 80s, the mid to late 80s, because they had bunks in the gym over there, the old food service. They said that was total overcrowding. Place was made to house so many people. They're overcrowded now. I think 1,500 is the limit, and they're at 2,500 or more at this point. I have no idea.
On that have gone through. It is inhumane what these people in the men's and women's prisons are suffering. I know that Paula's husband has gone through some harsh treatment medically that was inappropriate. I know that Gerard did not receive the medical treatment that he should. The health care is subpar. I was in a building in a room next to a woman that begged, her last breaths were begging to go to health care. She had been the night before. She was coughing up blood. She was told to go and drink some water and go to bed. When you were bleeding from somewhere inside of you and expelling blood, you're not supposed to be drinking water. They still have breathing issues from dealing with that mold. Crystal, Miss Dunlap, and Donna Scrivo are by far the worst cases that I've heard of or seen personally while I was at the Valley and since I've come home. But they're not the only ones. Crystal should be given a medical commutation immediately. She should be treated through the federal courts with the commutation. There are men who have received this. I don't know why women have not. It was seen up in the ventilations. When I was in my cell, I would put a sock up in the ventilation so that stuff would not come down. I received a few tickets for sticking a sock up in that ventilator, but it was better than breathing that air. These buildings are old, and this facility was condemned years ago.
It's been a long time coming. Long road that I'm running. They can't take it from me. I done put that work in. They tryna play me like a dummy. It always be the ones you ain't think gon' switch on you. They ain't loyal. They ain't friends. They try to say what's mine. I still win. Yea, though I walk through the valley, the shadow of death, I will fear no evil, for thou art with me. Thy rod and thy staff, they comfort me. Thy rod and thy staff, they comfort me. Try me if you wanna, I'm covered by the grace of God. Glory to the King. Glory be to the King. For God so loved the world, he gave his son. God so loved the world, he gave his son. Whosoever liveth in him shall not perish, but live forever. Who shall believe in him shall not perish, but live forever.
She has gone from calling me a supporter, then her friend, and now family. I've grown so much respect for her as I've gotten to know her. She cares so deeply for other people and is always putting others first, advocating for others, and concerned about what others are dealing with when it pales in comparison to what she is suffering. Crystal is funny and loves to share a laugh. She loves to sing and loves country music, even though she knows that makes her weird. She's a woman of strong faith and keeps every one of us here today in her prayers. She's a grateful woman, never missing a chance to tell people how much she appreciates them and what they're doing for her. She doesn't feel like herself because of what the mold has done to her and doesn't like having her photo taken, but she is still a beautiful woman despite it. She has a strong family with 4 kids, all adults now except the baby who was only a week old when the state took her from him, and 4 beautiful grandchildren. The children are good kids with great hearts who just want their mom home. The effect of witnessing their mother's suffering has had on them cannot be overstated. Her mother has raised her kids for the last 15 years without the help she should have had from the state. The years they've taken her daughter away are also years they took of her life as she took on the responsibility of Crystal's kids. She has sisters and cousins who show up to support her and fight for her every chance they get. I'm also here as an abolitionist. I'm with the Michigan General Defense Committee, who is calling for Crystal's freedom and for women's Huron Valley Correctional Facility to be shut down. We believe that the NDOC has proven they cannot live up to the responsibility of care for the 33,000 people they confine within their walls. They cannot manage to feed them food that isn't spoiled or full of maggots. They cannot keep the women in WHB safe from sexual assault, and their only solution is to have the guards wear body cameras, which record them during strip searches, going to the bathroom, and giving birth. We believe MDOC cannot be reformed. We believe it is a system built on stripping human beings of their dignity and safety. We believe that other forms of justice exist, and the existence of prisons points to a serious lack of imagination. We cannot ignore that Crystal is a Black woman. We can't ignore that a disproportionate population of prisons in Michigan and across this nation state are Black. Crystal was wrongfully convicted. If she were white, would she have been? She was given a sentence of 17 to 40 years for playing an indirect role in a crime. If she were white, would she have received that long of a sentence? She is facing more severe effects from the mold than others in WHB and suffering from medical neglect. If she were white, would she be receiving that treatment? Would they be telling her it's all in her head? The politicians who work here in Lansing have failed Crystal. They have failed everyone who is incarcerated in MDOC prisons. Voting is the only solution we are offered, but what has voting gotten for us? Gretchen Whitmer is close friends with Heidi Washington, the director of the MDOC. Big Gretch has known about the mold and Crystal's condition for years without providing any intervention. Whitmer has the power to release Crystal at any time, yet she has never even met with her. The legislature has the Office of the Ombudsman to supposedly investigate conditions in MDOC prisons on their behalf, but is just a place for complaints to dead end and be silenced. Ombudsman Keith Barber told members of GDC to their faces that WHB provides excellent health care and asked if they had considered that Crystal is lying to us. Lying to us. I have seen the black mold in her ears with my own eyes. It was unmistakable, it was not dirt, it was not something she could have done to herself. When Keith Barber finally visited her himself, he could not believe what her ears looked like and said he wished he had a camera to take a photo of it. That was more than 6 months ago. What has he done? Nothing. Nothing except try to deny Crystal nothing but tried to deny to Crystal that he ever said she was lying. His inaction means that she is still living in the mold every day, getting sicker. We had a number of politicians visit WHB recently. Debbie Dingell, Donovan McKinney, and Jimmy Wilson visited the prison and met with Crystal. These are Democrats. These are the ones we are told to vote for, the solution we are given to this problem. What have they done? What can they do? It took years of people speaking out for them to even visit Crystal, and now what? I'm here for Crystal, for her family, and for all of the people who are suffering in MDOC conditions. The MDOC will not hold itself accountable. It will not adequately care for those it incarcerates, and the politicians will not and cannot solve this problem. We need to do it ourselves. Free Crystal Clark and shut down WHB.
Yay!
They have been suffering for so long due to black mold infestation. Our governor has known about this. Our elected officials know about this. The union knows about this, yet nobody's done anything. We cannot leave out the ombudsman for the Michigan Department of Corrections, who is Keith Barber. We are calling for Keith Barber to step down now. You have been in that office for 38 years, so you know what the problems are. You know that women have died, yet you've done nothing. We have a governor who has been in office since 2020. She knows what's going on, yet she's done nothing. And their claims now are of immunity. They are not immune to this crime that is taking place right now. Every life lost means something. Teresa Dunlap is no longer with us. She had mold growing out of her chemo ports. How inhumane is that? We are calling for our elected officials to stand. This governmental body behind us collectively can do something. But Governor Whitmer herself, with a stroke of a pen, can do something. And we need her to do it now.
McKinney.
Thank you, Chairwoman. Just wanted a quick question because there's some transfers going on. But what comes to mind is what's happening at the, Women's Huron Valley facility. I'm sure you guys have been noticing or heard in the news. We got some groups up here today with the black mold and the mold issue in that facility in particular. And so, my question is, why wasn't that considered in terms of a legislative transfer to, rectify a lot of those issues, because there's a lot of health problems in that facility that are impacting not only our inmates, but impacting the workers as well. So can anybody address that concern for me? I know, Chairwoman, we talked about it. I know me and Rep. O'Neill went to the facility, was it maybe a couple months ago, to have those dialogues with the department. But I think if we're going to do these transfers, we should literally figure out how to address and solve a lot of these issues.
Duly noted, Representative. I do think that's a conversation, and that is under the administrative control. McKinney.
Now.
Dang, Christopher.
All right, we're going to hear from State Rep. Donovan McKinney.
Good morning. Good morning.
Good morning.
State Representative, 11th House District. That is Northeast Extension in the South Side of Warren. Just got out of Appropriations Committee. When we get some legislative transfers, which I have passed on and I vote in favor of, because it was the department transfers, and particularly the Department of Correctional, which I did not understand or like, because it did not address the issues of Women's Huron Valley facilities, which are only all in the facilities in the United States. And so I speak for those who can tell the job is on the other side. A lot of you all understand the needs of that facility, what our women are going through in that facility, and what our workers are going through. And we have to keep our voices collectively, keep fighting, keep raising it, do not give up, because your voice trumps everything. And so just know we hear you. I made that perfectly clear in my remarks in the committee. And I'm going to make sure that you guys get your just due, but more importantly, get the resources your facility needs, or just move these women out into another facility. Like, if there's a will, there's a way. But we have to do better. We must do more. And I'm standing with you guys. And I'm so proud of your activism. But just know we hear you. Everybody hears you. Keep fighting. We're going to stand with you no matter what. Again, my name is Donovan McKinney. It's an honor to be with you guys. And enjoy this first conference last round. I got to go into some more meetings, but I'm here.
Yeah.
So I'm proud of you. Thank you so much. And to all the women in that facility who's watching or hearing, just know there's a rude awakening, and we're going to fight like hell to make sure that you get the resources you deserve, and more importantly, the health care and the health and wellness that you deserve. So again, thank you so much, and God bless.
Good morning, everybody. My name is Keisha, and I'm a member of the General Defense Committee, which means that I am an abolitionist who believes that the masses of people who have been attacked and brutalized by the police and prison system are the ones who have the vision and ability to create a better world than this, and I fight for our power to do so. Every one of us here is proof of generations of people loving each other, making choices to build something together in a society not designed for care, for love, or for support and compassion. No matter how hard, no matter what pain, no matter what mistakes are part of the path of your lineage, your existence here today is proof that you are part of a history of people coming together to try. Your existence here today is proof of someone in your life choosing to try to take care of you, feed you, support you, no matter what they did to make ends meet, no matter what mistakes this abusive society has tried to say they made along the way. Thank God you had who you had, whether prison tried to swallow them whole or not. If you have a sister, she is now gone. If you have a mother, a grandmother, a daughter, she is now gone. No matter what she did or did not do, she is now gone from your life, except maybe once or twice a year by a clinical pat-down visit or by 15-minute phone call increments, few and far between, where her tinny voice pleading for help for her bleeding ears, her physical pain, the mold in her lungs, begging for her safety, telling you she loves you, is interrupted by an automated message telling you every 2 minutes that your time is almost up. For Crystal and for all the women in the mold-infested box that is WHB prison, for their families growing older without them, I'm demanding freedom. I'm demanding liberation. Nothing less than the shutting down of WHB prison. No better prisons, no better treatment in prisons, no rehabilitation of the image of a fucking prison.
Yes.
Liquidate that prison and distribute all the money, all the capital that goes into maintaining that prison to the women held captive there.
Yes.
Their families, their communities. That's what the MDOC can do. Liquidate your jobs so we can afford community-based safety alternatives.
Yes.
Drug rehab programs in every neighborhood. Homeownership programs. Publicly funded education, training, certification programs. Re-entry programs for our communities stolen from us across the state. And then never again, never take anyone again, anything that has actually been proven to reduce recidivism and support families and neighborhoods ravaged by cops and prisons instead of this maggoty, mold-infested box.
Yes.
And being fed this lie, we're supposed to believe that our prisoners are more dangerous than the society that leaves them to die, that tries to convince us they're deserving of death. Let's be very clear that this prison system that feels so inescapable is a creation of the 1980s in response to the incredible civil rights and liberation movements of that time. And when people don't have enough vision to imagine a life beyond it, they talk about the dangerous people held behind bars. Our mass murderers are in office. Thank you very much.
Yes.
Let prison guards get real jobs. Let the ombudsman get a real job. Ombudsman Keith Barber would do more for Michigan working at the local corner store than
Yes.
upholding the local woman, mother, sister kidnapping structure of WHB prison. Heidi Washington should quit her job.
Yes.
And spend the rest of her life begging for forgiveness from the family she's helped tear apart. That's what she should do. Let this administrative moment remind us that every prison is a threat against those of us who cannot excuse the status quo,
Yes.
who cannot survive under this status quo. But let's not conveniently forget that this has been the truth here for millions of us, poor people, black people, people of color, immigrants, queer people. Whether we have a Democratic administration, a Democratic governor, city council, and so on and so on. No matter the administration, our taxes have gone to and continue to go to separating families. Our taxes go to infecting women with mold, feeding them maggoty food, and sexually assaulting them.
Yes.
Poor health care in MDOC prisons, what kind of care can be administered when the underlying cause is poverty, it's criminalization, it's carcerality in response to community need, is being ascribed as lesser than, as a half being, is being separated from your loved ones and your community for so long. It's amazing that you haven't died from a broken heart yet? And how many times have they been made aware of the issues within this prison and all MDOC structures? Let's be real.
Let's be real.
The issues Crystal Clark has faced. Gretchen, Keith, Heidi, we've emailed, we've hounded, we've sent strongly worded letters. What's next? We must fight harder. We must fight like our lives depend on it.
Yes.
Like their lives depend on it. Like our lives depend on the quality of the fight we put forward. Because they do. What will we do? Fight! Yeah. What will we do?
Fight!
What's the demand? Total liberation! Shut WHP prison down! What's the demand?
Shut WHP!
How many times can we be placated by promises of better in the future? What future? How long can the conclusion for Crystal's life in prison be kicked like a can down the road? Do not hope. Fight! I only have hope for the future we fight for. Crystal and all of the people at WHP prison, in MDOC prisons, all of us can only have hope for the future we fight, bleed, and sweat for. There is no one to save us but us.
Yes.
Let's get to work. If you are hearing me from Detroit, Lansing, or Washtenaw County, if you have a loved one trapped behind the bars of Women's Huron Valley Prison, Michigan GDC wants to hear from you. Send us a DM on Instagram, send us an email. We're here for the long road through hell and high water, and we want to build that next world with you and your loved ones right here, right now, hand in hand. Let's go! Free Crystal Clark!
Free Crystal Clark!
Free them all!
Free them all!
Thank you.
Yes!
Let the church say amen.
Amen.
Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. You said so much that is so relevant. We're going to take a moment to
Just the light of mine. I'm gonna let it shine. I'm gonna let it shine. Just the light of mine. Just the light of mine. I'm gonna let it shine. This little light of mine, I'm gonna let it shine. I'm gonna let it shine. This little light of mine, I'm gonna let it shine. I'm gonna let it shine. Oh Lord, just let it shine. This light of mine, this light of mine. Oh Lord, would you please just let it shine. Take the drama out of my life. Oh Lord, every night, the pain ain't right. I wake up at night, I never sleep. 26, 10, and 7, that's just me. Every day I need a little seed. I need a little fresh air, man, I need to breathe. All I know is trauma, all I know is tickets. All I know is no visit, all I know is a mission to get straight up out of prison. Lord have mercy for it. Lord have mercy on my people. Preacher Mary Washington and all my real. Lord have mercy with my people. I pray to God, we really need you. When I was down bad, when things weren't going right, every time I prayed at night, I put my hands up in my face. I said, Lord have mercy, little light of mine. Lord God, please let it shine. It's the drama that I live in my life. I swear to God, I was a bad guy every night. 10 toes down, salute. Everybody suffering, everybody who trying to make a way. Everybody looking for the sky, everybody looking for that piece of pie. In a law library, I know what that feel like. Hoping that somebody get active and involved in your situation. Man, pop your collar and pray. Cause Lord have mercy on my soul. And they make bad guy father get out soon. And the rest of those brothers who be mobbing to child each morning. Oh man, I ain't going to this afternoon. Man, I'ma miss dinner today. I got a couple noodles, Hey, you know what that feel like? Do you know what it is? And if you a victim of a wrongful conviction, suffered and served by Ken Worthy, then I know that you know what that pain feel like. And your mama know what that pain feel like. Your father know what that pain feel like. With that light, let that little shine. Let that light shine a little light of mine, huh? Bad guy, Doughboy Week, all these great people in this great world of ours. 10 toes down, salute. I appreciate you, bad guy. I appreciate you, we. I appreciate the tech. I appreciate everybody in the studio. We gonna pop off the LV, ooh-wee, cause that's what they be liking to see. But I hope you hear the missing when you see me fresh. Salute.